Have you ever found that perfect gift for somebody, the thing that you know that absolutely it's something they've wanted or something that they're just absolutely going to adore, and the joy that you get from giving it to them and them using it, that is not something we experience when we give gifts to somebody living with advanced stages of dementia. It took me too long to figure out how to enjoy the holidays with my mom and what kind of gift giving made sense, because I was trying to hang on to the old traditions that we had as the family because I figured that would make her happy. And it was too much. It was overwhelming. It was confusing. Anything that was new, she didn't recognize as hers. So if you bought a nice, warm, fuzzy sweater, very likely you'd see it walking down the hallway on another human in memory care, and you would just have to deal with how that made you feel. So let me give you some tips on what you should consider getting for somebody. It doesn't matter if they're in memory care, or if they live with you, or they're living on their own. They don't need a whole bunch of stuff. They don't even need all the family traditions that you've used to do. Especially like my mom's family, so loud, so over the top, so much, too much. Just, it was overwhelming for me as a young adult. I can only imagine what it would have been like for my mom. So some of the things that I finally ended up doing were things like buying tinted lip balms. God, anything to replace that ugly old lady pinky orange lipstick that somehow they all seem to be wearing. Regular chapsticks were nice. You know, sometimes they have different scents. They come in little packages for stocking stuffers. Hand creams, chocolates. You know, you can buy a box of See's candy. I would be very careful on what types are in there. The ones that have like the harder toffee centers might be a choking hazard. They might be a tooth cracking hazard, and you seriously don't need any of those. So you get the nougat ones, maybe chocolate covered nuts, my favorite. You have to determine what you feel is safe for your loved one. Real simple things like just a nice soft lap blanket if they're always cold, maybe some gloves. My hands are always cold. My mom was always doing this. It caused anxiety for me, and I think it was just because her hands were cold, and this was kind of soothing. It does actually kind of warm up your hands. So those are some simple ideas. Don't get anything that you end up kind of emotionally attached to or something that you're like super excited to give them, because when they inadvertently finally forget about it, you don't want your feelings hurt. So I hope that helps a little bit.